Today we're going to talk about 4 essential ways to drastically reduce back and forth online and saving you a lot of time and money. The first one is overlap. So what I mean by overlap is that you have 2 people and their times overlap together. So one of the big ones for this is time zones. So you need to, when you're bringing people on, set the expectations of what times of day they work in and get it to suit in your local time. Whatever your timing, it doesn't matter. I live in a different continent and I work off Eastern time and I overlap with my team in Eastern time. So there's a couple of reasons you want to do that. The first one is about 10 minutes together overlapping is worth 1,000 minutes on 2 separate times. So that just saves a whole lot of back and forth. Pretty much whatever the platform it is on, even my least favorite, email, which I'll get to that below. So you want to do that, and you want to inform. You also want to inform or demand, strong word, but your contractors to do the same. So when's a preferential time to meet? You bring them onto they're working for you. You bring them onto your schedule. And they comply because it's centered around your team. The first people you need to look after is your team, and this is what you're doing by bringing them all together. So the new people coming in, contractors, vendors, whatever you want to call them, coming in on your schedule. And a big no-no online, just a cultural perspective, is you don't want people buzzing people after hours. It's hard enough, that you're living and working in your own place when you're working remote. To then be pulled in if you choose to do so. I don't have notifications on, but if people those who do leave notifications on, they are getting pulled back into work a lot after hours. Another one is meetings. So be prepared for meetings and demand that others are too. My mentor in the mastermind group I'm in, the COO Alliance, Cameron Harold, says no agenda, no attender. So that's Cameron's law. And I'm trying very hard to get to that. I'm pretty close to that now. And, in that, you want everything prepared because you can prepare so much for a meeting and the others can too. Instead of getting in the meeting and umming and ahhing, where's that? Oh, we'll get it next time, we'll meet again. Get it done once, get it done properly. It'll compress the time of that meeting by half. I mean, I can't empirically say that, but it greatly reduces the time. And then in that, I had a conversation today with one of my managers, and she was saying, I need to ask the manufacturer X. And then I said, well, why? As in, that's X, and predict Y, Z, and C scenario. So when she was going to ask for something, they were going to reply, then you can predict what they're going to ask, and you can be prepared for that. So you can have several options instead of waiting, and then you lose a day, and then they forget about it. Strike while the iron's hot. Keep going. Get the momentum there, because momentum cures all. If you see below, one of my principles is momentum creates momentum. This is once again, a Cameron Harold one. Minimum viable everything. So keep the momentum going, and that's what you want online. Now, get the tech. My boss always says, always bet on tech. So get the tech. So what I'm saying here is Slack over email paradigm. So that's the example I've got there. Slack is a brilliant 2-way communication platform. Now, it's a whole different kettle of fish where you elevate up. You need to elevate up to Zoom, and then Zoom screen share is just a whole lot better than phone, and a whole lot better than just Zoom face-to-face. So always bet on the tech. Use the tech. That's best way to increase the communication, save the back and forth thing. So the example there with email is email is a great one-way communication tool, but the threads, they get lost. You can't add documents quickly. You can't search for it. Slack is just email on roids. It's not even in the same class anymore. They're chalk and cheese. So that, and then screen share, I've had recently with my accountant, and you're trying to talk over the phone, and you're doing it about numbers, where you could be on the screen looking at the numbers and manipulate the numbers. Use the tech, it's there. It's free. Even if you don't have Zoom, you can just use Google Meet. It's there, all there. The tech's all there. It's easy. And then the last one, I've talked about it before in a subsequent video that you can have a look for. It's checklists and project management platforms. Now, checklists can be as simple as Google Sheets, really low tech solution, free. You can go up to project management platform. But what this does is it essentially takes away the shoulder tap. Have you done that? Have you done that? Have you done that? Now, in the office, I give the real world example of the shoulder tap in the office. You don't need to know. I don't need to know if he's done that, he's done that. I don't have to. I don't ask 30 people if they've done their work. They can just tick it off on a checklist or tick it off on the project management platform. Boom! You as a manager can get your KPI really quickly. A lot of them, you can build in or you can formulate it however you do, or it can be reported up to you. The KPI, we had 10 reoccurring tasks in marketing this week, 9 got done. Boom, that's what you want. You don't want that shoulder tap. Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done that? You don't have time for that. And that really takes away the back and forth, and that'll save you a lot of time and money. So quickly recap, get the people overlapping at the same time, be prepared for meetings, no agenda, no attender, get the tech, always bet on tech. Communication will always improve through technology. It's probably moving up again with Facebook soon, VR. And then checklists and project management platforms. Stop the shoulder taps, get everyone aligned, click, 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 watch it go through, save those useless conversations and get into more gritty, genius level conversations. Cheers. Thanks for listening.